Good morning, Ann and Herb. Welcome to the newly demolished 417 Snowy Egret. I got my videographer, Dave, and the reason I'm going to do a video is because we've got so many things to talk about that I figured rather than a bunch of emails, we're going to put this video on YouTube for you to access, and then you can give me all your answers. So I'll try to be very clear and communicate it so that you get all my points or my questions. But Dave, if you want, go ahead and do a little panoramic view here so you can see we've got most of the walls taken out. We've left just the structural walls that we need. The demo is essentially 90% complete. Now we're going to start building our temporary walls in order to put our beams in. So I would say by Friday we'd be looking good, framing complete by Friday. However, what we've discovered is some surprises, typical of renovation. Let's just walk over to the chimney chase because that's where all the surprises, or most of the surprises, happen. We knew we had an air return in here that we were going to have to relocate. That's the easy part. However, there also was a supply line that supplied your trunk for downstairs. There's all your hot water lines, hot water heater lines rather. All the electrical, we expected that, there's no problem. We've got a 3-inch plumbing line that was in the chase, and we've also got our line sets, which we didn't expect in our chase. So yesterday we just figured out, we had our plumber here, we had our HVAC guy here, and we strategized what the best relocation areas were. I'd also like you to just look up in the ceiling here, and you can see. Let's just look at this. You'll see an existing beam from this wall to this wing wall here, and of course that beam, as you saw by the drawings and the engineer's letter, we're putting a new beam in here from the existing bearing point all the way to the new beam, which enables us to knock out this whole corner of this wing wall area. So putting that beam in, we've got a few wires we got to deal with. That's not a whole big issue, but the big issue is all this plumbing up here. If you want to take a look, all this plumbing that is in the way that we didn't really expect. So, and then let's pop on this side to see, here's your master toilet 3-inch line coming down. And of course the other new beam, structural beam, is in line with this wall that we're taking out. And it goes this way. So we've got to clean out all this plumbing and reroute it. We think we've got a pretty good strategy. We're gonna possibly take this 3-inch line and run it down inside this column. We're going to take the 2-inch line and the 3-inch line from the other guest bath, and we're hoping to make a chase through the laundry room and through this linen, or this hall coat closet, in order to run that down. Also, this supply line, which is the supply line that runs your ductwork for your trunk, we need to clear that out of the way. You can see that's going right up through our location where our new beam is going. We need to clear that away, and we're hoping again to bring that down through the soffit that we intend to build in the laundry room, through a chase in the closet. So that's kind of in a nutshell in this area what we're talking about relocating. So if we come into the laundry room real quick, what our thoughts are is this area above the door, we're going to build a bulkhead or a soffit. It will be the depth of this wall, and I'm going to try to keep it at least a couple inches above the door, but I need a certain height for the ductwork and the plumbing that we plan to bring through here. There's an outside chance I may have to build a little bit of an angle up top here, but you got 9-foot ceilings, so I think we have enough room to work this and still make it, like it's always been here. So I just need your okay to say let's go ahead and build a soffit here. Coming out into the main area, the coat closet. You got a 2-foot door here now. Unfortunately, I think we've got to shrink this door just a little bit because we need to rob a little space from this closet this way to make a chaseway here. And that chaseway is going to allow us to bring our ductwork, our plumbing down through the back side of this, or the side of this closet. So that makes our door go down to about a 1/8 door, a 1'8" door, which is a 20-inch door, which for a coat closet, you know, probably as much as this is used. I know you had your vacuum and stuff in there, but I still think you'll have a closet you can utilize. Let's go upstairs, and then we'll come back downstairs and talk about some wiring.
Go.
Okay, we're in the master. We didn't think we were really going to have to get in here, and really we don't have any major work in here, but we're going to come in here, we're going to cover the beds with plastic. Basically, we need to get up and down through the attic, which we knew that. However, there is this is the chaseway for the existing ductwork, and we're going to cut a hole here to access the existing ductwork, which backs up to, let's sneak by Summers here, which backs up to the closet in this first guest bedroom, where we've got Fabian. And we're just going to take this closet apart. We've got to open up this wall to access the ductwork to bring it over. And this is another closet we're probably going to have to rob a little space from. Currently, this closet is 4'6" wide. We're probably going to have to take this down to a 3-foot closet. So it'll be just a little bit wider than the door. But this side area, we've got to steal for a duct chase. It might only have to be part of it. Won't know until we get it open today. But again, I just wanted your blessing on okay to proceed with this strategy. If you want to take a quick view from up here, it is fabulous that this is all opened up. This is terrific. We took some pictures yesterday with it all closed up, and I didn't realize it was going to make as much of an impact. I think it's made quite an impact. This is going to be a beautiful area. And just to talk about that column, you can see, I'll put my finger in the picture, that wood column that's right there, that's going to be the column that we build out, and you know, that's the existing point load that's going to remain. And it's in a terrific location because it lines right up with the balcony. So architecturally and symmetrically, I think it's worked out really good. You've got this vast, wide open space that goes from your living into your sunroom dining area. So that's good news. The only other thing we really have that we think we probably need to deal with now is wiring, specifically your speaker wiring, maybe some alarm wiring, and your cable wiring. So let's pop downstairs and we'll talk about that. Okay, we've got speaker wiring from what was your central location that goes over to the 2 speakers that were in the wall, and we've got a speaker wire that goes out to the porch. Now, it's not run underneath like I think you thought it might have, and also the cable, and we've got a phone. So, spinning around to look at the new media wall, what we're thinking is we'll pull the speaker wires back. If you're going to maintain these 2 locations that were in the wall, we'll pull the speaker wires back and we'll run them into a central location behind the cabinet where then they can be wired. We'll take the speaker wire that runs from the porch and we'll run that down this column, pop that into the ground floor, and then you can run that over, or we can bring that up behind the cabinet as well. And then the same with the cable lines is we'll get you your hot cable behind the cabinet location. And we'll also maintain a phone connection over by the cabinet, so on one of the open shelves you can have a phone. I think other than, there might be, I don't know if is the alarm system active, do we know? I don't know if your alarm system active. I don't know if you want to maintain all that alarm, but there's 2 or 3 alarm wires that will have to rerun as well. But that probably doesn't concern you as much as, other than getting it operational, as you're concerned about the cable and the phone and the speakers. So just let me know if that sounds like a good plan. We'll get everything where it belongs over by the cabinet. And other than that, to address your message yesterday, our phone disconnected, but I'll give you a date that makes most sense, because if you turn around, you can see that we've blocked off your kitchen, and my assumption is that you will stay here when you get back. So I would think that we want the majority of the work, we want it probably ready for paint and floor finishes when you get back, because those are your jobs. So what I'll do is I'll work up a date today or tomorrow, and I'll let you know what's a good date for you to return, which will be ready for you to do the floors and ready for you to do all the painting. All right? So I'll probably talk to you shortly here.